One of the many great things about integrating SCORM activities with Total-Learn is that course managers have the ability to see how learners are performing and report on their progress. Course managers can view reports for each SCORM activity, as well as accessing reports at the site-wide level to have an overview as to how learners are interacting with all the SCORM activities set up in the system. Let's start by looking at how to access a report on a SCORM activity on a course page. I'll navigate to the course page and then select the SCORM activity. From here, I'll select the Reports tab to be able to access a range of report types available for this particular SCORM activity. At the top, there are 4 separate tabs that can display different information, including a basic report, a graph, an interactions report, as well as an objectives report. In the basic report, you'll be able to see which learners have taken the course, how many attempts they have taken, and when they initially accessed the activity. You'll also be able to see when they last accessed the activity and their score. It's possible to download the report in different formats and change your preferences for the report, such as whether to show all users, which will be all the participants enrolled on the course, or just those users that have attempted the activity. The graph report will display the number of users and how far they have gotten in their attempt on the SCORM activity. The interactions report will provide a lot of detail about the users' attempts and their answers. Let's look at some of the question types that were on the SCORM activity. We can see there was a multiple choice question, a hotspot, and a text entry question. Now when I look at the interactions report, I'll be able to go into detail and see exactly how learners performed on different questions and where they may need more support in their training. There's also the option to focus on different summaries, such as the summary of the question or the responses, as well as the right answer and a summary of the result. I'd like to look at a summary of the learners' responses and the correct answers. Now when I look at the report, I'll be able to see the name of the learner, as well as their attempts, including when they started and last accessed the activity. I can also see their score and whether the learner passed or failed the quiz. I can also then see the learner's response to the questions and the correct response. For a quick overview as to whether the learner got the question right or wrong, consider showing the Summary of Result option. You'll then be able to easily have an overview for each question as to how the learners responded, the correct answer, and whether the learner got the question right or wrong. This might be particularly useful for a flipped classroom if you ask learners to take any e-learning activities before coming to a face-to-face session. The trainer could go over the answers that learners found difficult in the session. Again, you're able to download the report in a variety of formats. The Objectives report provides an overview as to whether or not the learner reached the objective of the SCORM activity. So far in this video, we've looked at how to access reports for a particular SCORM activity on a course page. It's also possible for site administrators to build more detailed reports in the system to have an overview of all the learners' interactions with SCORM activities in courses across the system. If the site administrator has built a report, then you should be able to access it under the Reports tab in the main menu. Site administrators will be able to edit this report to suit your needs, but it could include information such as defining which learner took a specific SCORM activity and how many attempts they took. The report could also include details such as how long they spent on the SCORM activity and whether they passed or failed. It's possible to further edit the report by selecting Edit this report. By adding additional filters, you'll be able to generate meaningful data for your organisation. You may wish to find out who the top performers were on a SCORM activity to reward them with a digital badge or highlight their achievement to their manager. Or you may wish to choose to search by country to compare learners' completion rates in different locations. You may also wish to filter the report by job assignment to see how managers are performing on their training, for example. We've just looked at some of the possibilities, But remember that by adding filters, you can really gain a detailed insight as to how users are performing and generate the key data your organisation needs. In this video, we've looked at how to view a range of reports connected to SCORM activities. Why not have a go at building your own reports today?